Hello crazy people, welcome back. Today we are going to do just as we promised, and we're going to give you a tour of the inside of the camper. We bought this camper used. Is a 2013 KZ Durango. The model number is a D358 BHK, and the BHK means a bunkhouse, so that it has a bunkhouse on the back. It has 5 slides. It's 39 feet long and about 13 and a half feet tall. It weighs about 14,000 pounds when there's nothing in it. Obviously it weighs a lot more than that now, but we want to get inside and show you what we did with it. When we bought it, we were the third owners, and nothing had really been done to it for the inside as far as renovating, and so we really wanted to get in there and make it our own, and so we worked really hard on it for quite some time, and we're going to let Francis give you a tour of everything that we did.
Okay, so we're back and we are answering our top couple of questions that we get no matter where we go, no matter what we do. We get the same questions. So we thought we'd take just a couple of weeks and we would answer those questions for you and kind of let you know how we work through the process of getting to where we are now and where we hope to be in the future. So today's question is how? How do we fit 8 people in an RV that is only about 350 square feet? How do we live comfortably? How do we manage life with a large family in a little space? And so we're going to be talking about that today. So first of all, I wanted to start in the kitchen because that really is the heart of the home. And we came from a larger home with lots of different conveniences and appliances. And one of my biggest concerns was what the kitchen would look like. How would we live in a space together? Would we all fit? Would we be able to get around the table and have meals together? Would I be able to cook for a large family 3 meals a day in a tiny dorm room size kitchen? And so we'll show you a little bit of what we did to make it our own, to personalize it, because for me, I want a space that feels like home. It's different if you're going to weekend and you're going to go off just a few weekends a year or maybe once a month. That's different, and we probably wouldn't have done the upgrades and spent as much time remodeling the inside if we were just going to do this on weekends. We would have just not worried about putting all that effort, time, and money into doing so many changes. But because we're going to be living full time in this for upwards of 2 years or however long the Lord has us here, I really wanted this to feel like our home, a place where we looked around and it didn't just feel like an RV, but it felt like a tiny home where we could imagine ourselves just spending lots of time in and just had the feel of grounded, kind of tethered home. And so we did spend some time doing a lot of different renovations, and so I'm going to tell you a little bit about those. So the first one is in the kitchen area. There's not much to it. It's really small, but the first thing that we did is we decided to paint. We painted every single surface in this RV. So you're going to see throughout this demo, throughout this reno, that you are going to see that we had lots and lots of square footage to paint. So we chose a very light color. We wanted it to be light and airy and really beautiful and just let lots of natural light in. And so we decided to paint it kind of a light cream color, and then we painted all the molding white, and that really brightened up the space. It really opened it up, and it helped everything else just to pop because we have very dark countertops, and we had dark countertops on top of dark wood and dark colored wallpaper, and it really was just like a hole, and it felt like a black hole where it just sucked all the energy, sucked all of the natural beautiful light, and really just made it feel kind of like dismal to me. So I wanted to brighten it up. So we chose a light color just to play off of our dark countertops. So we did not change these. We kept these. We liked these, and we liked the white and the black together. The next thing that we also did besides painting is we did a backsplash, and this is really just peel and stick. You can get this on Amazon. It's super simple. We just peeled it off, stuck it on. The hardest part was just measuring and making sure that your lines are even, that you kind of end on a row that works, and just visually that you can keep this line all the way around. That was really the most challenging thing. It was a little bit of a learning curve. You got to know your math skills and kind of measure it out. But once you get going, Super simple, really streamlined, and I think it really is effective. It's super easy to wash off. You don't have to worry about grout that's gonna change colors or stain. It's really just easy to wipe down. It also doesn't add a lot of weight. So we got this, and maybe in the description box we'll go ahead and put the links to some of the things that we have so that you can see where we bought them. Very inexpensive because you don't need much. So you can really make a good big impact in small areas that don't cost very much because you just don't have to buy very much of it. And so that's one of the things that we did, was change the backsplash, and that made a really big impact on a small kitchen. It really brightened it up, brought some color, some interest to it, and we really loved the kind of the outcome of it. The other thing we did, like I said, was paint all these cabinets, and I will tell you that was miserable. Absolutely miserable. Painting all this cabinetry, all of these different moldings, all the baseboards, it was a chore, and I will tell you, it is a about 4-step process that took us months to get done because we were working on the weekends, we were working at night, and it really took us a lot. I'm telling you, there were days that we thought, how could so much paint happen in such a small area? But I will tell you, it is worth it. So if you're wondering, should I do this? I absolutely think that you should. All right, so another question we get often is about our refrigerator. What did we do to change this refrigerator? Was it hard? Do we need anything special to do it? And the answer is no. I would absolutely suggest if you're going to paint everything else, I would not leave the refrigerator out. We love the fact that all we needed was some painter's tape to go around these areas, and then we just painted it as we normally would have. We kind of deglossed it, and then we put on some primer, and then we just put on the regular paint that we did for all the other molding, all the other cabinets. And I love the fact that it just really fits in. It doesn't stick out. But something you could do if you wanted it to stick out is to do some kind of fun pop of color. Do something that works with your decor, something fun that just really lets it stand out. I think that's really fun too, and I've seen people do that. That really was a good choice. So if you're asking yourself, should I paint my refrigerator or leave it? I absolutely think that you should take the chance and do something really fun, or just do something that works with everything else that you've already painted so that your refrigerator isn't left out when you're doing your reno. So in this area we had an older jackknife couch, and a jackknife couch is in most RVs, it kind of flips down into a bed, and that just was not going to work for us. It was small, it wouldn't have fit all of us for movie night, and it also was just not going to work as far as bedding and things like that. And so we went to IKEA and we found this great couch, and this couch was the centerpiece for everything that I did in the entire RV. This orange couch is absolutely the focal point because I found it, I loved it, and then I based every other decor off of that. And so when you find a piece you love, then you can really springboard and do everything coordinating to that. And that is what I did in the entire RV. You'll see pops of orange everywhere. Because it's a small space, a good idea to do is to make sure that in all of your areas you have something that kind of goes together. That way, since it's small, it makes sense and it flows well. No matter what room you're in, you see a little bit of coordination that's going on. So that started with this couch. The nice thing about this couch is it's got a chaise right here, but what it also does is it opens up, and in here is where we keep all of our blankets, and we also keep Christopher's bedding because Christopher sleeps out here. So this is our first kid's bed. He sleeps out here. He is our earliest riser. He is our snorer, and he is the one who kind of wanted his own space. He's our oldest son. So he is out here. He loves it, and this also comes out, and we're able to pull this ottoman out as well, and it comes out and pops up. And let me see if I can get this to come out with the rug. Oh gracious. All right, here we go. So we're able to pull this out, And then what we do is, this is really good for our movie nights. It's also good for 2 people to sleep in here. If our oldest daughter decides to join us for a vacation, we put our 2 big girls out here when we changed Christopher into our room. And so we have these 2 areas that we can fit 2 adults out here. But it also is great for movie night, which our TV, it kind of pulls out. So we're able to pull this out and turn it towards us. And we all have an ottoman. We get our cozy blankets, our popcorn, and movie night's a big part of our family week. And so this really worked out well for us. So we love this. And so then what I decided to do is I wanted to find something that was outdoorsy, but it was also made sense in this space. I really didn't want to darken it up with some of the cabin decor. So I found this, and you're not going to believe this was a shower curtain. And so very quickly I just put a dab of hot glue down it, and I used just the top of it that was already sewn in as the top of the shower curtain. And then I just cut it to size. We put some curtain rods in here, and all of a sudden we are able to have curtains and valances all through this area. So sometimes look for different items. This shower curtain was about $15, so we were able to do window treatments in this area for like 15 bucks. And so that is a good deal. Get creative, look, and then you can do other things like sheets. I've done that before. Shower curtains, or even just a normal regular valance really can add a pop of color and excitement to a room. And this is outdoorsy without it screaming cabin or RV, and I really did love that. And it had the orange that we were looking for. So we really love this space. This is our family area, and we really do love it, and it feels like home to us. So another change that we made is we took all the flooring out in this RV. It had carpet, it had linoleum, and it was something we knew immediately we wanted to take out. Some of the good things that were great about taking that out is we were able to see any damage, and there was damage. There were large holes in some of the areas where some water had leaked in and it had rotted out, and so it was really important, and we were so thankful that we ripped everything out so we could really see what was going on underneath the floors. And that's huge, and that's a really good tip, that if you get the opportunity to pull back the floors, kind of change that out, you're going to see where there was water damage, where there are problems that you need to be kind of looking for and backing up and trying to trace some things. So it was really good for us to see what was up underneath the floors, any problems we indeed need to fix, and some of them were pretty big. We decided just to use a peel and stick. Again, that's kind of the theme. Peel and stick, backsplash, peel and stick wallpaper, and peel and stick flooring. The nice thing about that is that you can get really beautiful wood grain looking floors for a fraction of the price. It was so inexpensive for us to be able to do the flooring in here, and it was super simple. We're total newbies. We have not done big renovations, so I don't want you to get the idea that we really knew what we were doing. We were watching YouTube videos just like this one, and we were just learning as we went. So the peel and stick, super simple, very inexpensive, and newbie friendly. And so we were able to get a really pretty dark floor, which is what we wanted, but it doesn't add a lot of weight. And so the peel and stick is flexible, so it'll move with the RV as we're going down the road and as we're walking on it, but it also, you just peel it off, and so if there's a problem or something that's scratched or you mess something up, you just pull it up, put a new piece down, and you're good to go. So this was made, I would say, besides the paint, this was the biggest impact beyond our paint that we made in our RV. It makes it easy for cleanup. We have dogs, we have children, we have turtles, so it makes it super easy for cleanup. It also helps with allergens and just the dust. We're able just to mop it up and move on and get back to hiking and having fun. So I would say if you can change the flooring in your RV, you should do it. All right, so this is our kitchen table. This was here when we got it. We liked it because it actually, like, you can screw it into the flooring and it doesn't go anywhere. It also has a little latch that keeps it from sliding around, keeping the top from coming in and out. But this kitchen table was a big, important part of our planning because we didn't know if we wanted a dinette, if we wanted we did different options. Should we have a table? Should we not? And we are so glad we did. Family dinners is a huge part of our family dynamic. And so it was important that we wouldn't just depend on it being outside, but really being able to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner inside if we needed to, around the table, to talk, to do highs and lows like we did in our first video. And so the table was really a big, important part, and you wouldn't think that, but it is. And so we ended up keeping this table. It has a leaf right here in the center. And so this can come out, so we can pull it out a little bit more. We take this out, we slide it right in here, and then we are able to travel with it. It doesn't stay out this long, and we can also take it in and out as we need. But with it out completely, we're able to all fit. And let me show you how. So right here is where Virginia sits, and then Jay sits here. We also have two different small stools that just go easily up underneath, so they're not in the way. So I sit here and Christopher sits here. And then when we're all together, we pull out that ottoman, and then we sit Rosie and Sky and Ruthie and Joseph. And believe it or not, we all can sit at this table and have a meal. And that was so important to us, that we could gather around the table. Another thing that we found was just a little bit of a little box here, and that's kind of cool because we keep our devotion materials, we keep our Bibles and things like that. And so it's really nice to have something that you can keep other materials, because I tell you, it's hard with as much, we don't have a lot of storage, and so it's nice to have our Bible devotion so that when we gather around, we can have our devotion time, spend time together worshiping the Lord, and really kind of keeping that dynamic that we had in our regular Sticks and Bricks house. So this table has really been a wonderful addition, and we are so glad that we kept it. Hey guys, all right, so we're just coming from the kitchen, living room, family room area into the bunkhouse. So we knew from the very beginning we were going to have a bunkhouse with all of these kids. We fit 5 kids back in this bunkhouse, and so we knew we would need a bunkhouse, but not just any one. We needed one with a single over a double. And so this room offers an option for us to have 5 kids in here, and they're able to sleep in here pretty comfortably, and they love it. And so we have Joseph that sleeps up here, and so this is his area, and then down below him are the twins. So when Virginia is with us, we have both of the girls on this double bed, and we have a memory foam divider. So, and one of them sleeps with their head on this side, and the other one sleeps with their head on that side, and that way it's easy for them to fit kind of the bigger part of their body and the tiny part of their feet over there, and they fit really comfortably. Also, they're identical twins, and so they love to be together. They love to sleep together, and when we try to separate them out when Virginia's not here, they will not have any of it. And so they love to be, both of them on this double bed. We can't do that forever, but while they're a little bit smaller, we're able to do that. So we have Joseph here, we have Rosie and Ruthie here. On the other side over here, we have Sky, who's on the top bunk, and then we have our oldest that's with us. Well, not our oldest daughter, but the oldest one that's with us, Virginia. She's on the bottom, and because she is taller than me, she gets a full bunk all to herself. And then Christopher, of course, we said, is out in that area. When Anley is here, it's fruit basket turnover. So when we have all 7 kids with us, we put kids wherever we can. Most of the time we put the girls out there, we put Christopher in our room, and we kind of just make do as we can. We have fit as many as 10 people in this RV pretty comfortably. So you'd be amazed at how you can do if you're creative. I also wanted to share one of our biggest tips that we've done recently is to take this door off, because it offered no space for us to come inside and out. The door was about this big. It hit this bed all the time, and we had to turn sideways to get in. So we just took it off, and we decided to put a curtain here. We put just a regular curtain rod. We got regular panel curtains at Walmart, and then we were able to offer privacy, but also be able to slide it out of the way. It goes right back behind this door frame, and then we can get in and out quickly all day long, and we are not impeded by this bed sticking out and the door sticking out. So that was a good thing that we just did recently. The other thing people ask about is where our turtle lives, and Spiky lives here. So we have our turtle that is here in this. We take him outside during the day, or we put him on our kitchen table to get lots of sunshine, and then we are able to keep him here. Our dog has a dog bed in here. We keep one dog in here, and one dog is usually in the master bedroom with us. And so in this room alone, we have 5 kids, a turtle, and a dog. All right, so a couple of renovations we made in the bunkhouse. Obviously, you can tell we painted all the walls. We painted all the walls in the entire RV. We also, of course, painted all of the molding as well. So each room you'll see that, and that just kind of goes without saying that we painted all the molding, everything in here. But some of the things that we did that were a little different back in this room is that we used some peel and stick. So this is the wardrobe. It has different areas on each side where there's drawers, there's storage for toys and clothes. And in the next video that we do about organization and how we really live in this space, I'm going to let you see inside all the cabinets, all the drawers, so that you can see how do we fit all the stuff of life into this bunkhouse and the rest of the RV. But when you came in, this was just a big area and we wanted something of interest, so we decided that we would just order some peel and stick wallpaper, and that way we were able to make sure that we liked it, we could reposition it. Super simple, super cheap, but adds a huge impact of these beautiful birch trees that we wanted to add just some gray and white, nothing major, but just something as you walk in you see this interest. And then of course we got this at Cracker Barrel and thought it was so cute, all the different tracks in the wilderness of all the different animals, and our kids got a big kick out of that. So we loved the peel and stick. So I would suggest, if you want to make an impact but you don't want to make a commitment, get some peel and stick. Super cheap, super light, but it can really make a really cute impact to any room, no matter if it's an RV or your regular house. Something else that we did as well as we painted all of this. This was all brown in here. So we just got regular acrylic paint. I did not realize that you could paint on different types of fabrics with acrylic paint, but you can. Just cheap acrylic paint that you get at Home Depot or you get at Hobby Lobby. It doesn't matter. It covers beautifully, and it is not crusty. It is soft. It is malleable, and it covers and hasn't peeled off a bit. We didn't do any treatment at all. We just painted over. So this was like a faux leather, and we just painted over it. It matched perfectly, and you would never know that it wasn't with the camper when we first got it. So we love being able to do that. All right, through this door is the kids' bathroom. So right in the bunkhouse, the kids have their own access to a bathroom. We wanted that. That was on our top of our list, was a second half bath. It's not a full bath, but it gives us an option for two people to be going to the bathroom at the same time, or brushing their teeth or washing their hands. And what we really like is that there is an access from the outside of the camper into that bathroom. Meaning, if kids are dirty, if they need to wash their hands, instead of tramping dirt all the way through the camper, they're able to open the door, go right in and wash their hands, grab a quick bathroom break, and then run back out and get back to playing. So we have really, really liked that. And at night, when it's dark and the kids don't want to walk through the RV, it's nice that they can just quickly run in here and go to the bathroom and come out. We also extended that same birch peel and stick into the bathroom as well, so that we could kind of have some continuity, and we actually just had some left. So we had that in there, and we really like the fact that those two kind of mirror each other and they kind of make sense and flow together. And then we just continued on the foxes and some of the other woodland creatures that we had in here that brought the orange pops that I talked about in the living room all the way through the camper. And so we have all different types of orange that are throughout here, and the fox is the one in here that we kind of brought in to add that pop of color. And so the kids' bathroom has been such a blessing, and we love it. So welcome to our itty bitty master bedroom. So this is our area for Jay and I. This is where we stay, obviously. And we didn't make a ton of differences in here, not a lot of renos in here. Obviously we painted, we did the molding, we did our decorations. We just brought in the bird theme into here. And so we were able to order the comforter, some valances in here that I made from the shower curtain as well. And we just ordered some fun pillows, and really that is it. There is not a lot of square footage in here, and most of it is shelving and closet. And then right outside of our master bedroom is the master bath. It's really a master bath, but everyone uses it. It's just the secondary bath, and it's the one bathroom that has the shower in it. And we have really kind of done a few upgrades in there. We did the peel and stick on the wallpaper. We wanted to add a little bit of interest in that small space. It looked so plain, just painted cream with the white cabinets. And so we made sure to do something fun there. So we got some kind of board shiplap looking peel and stick wallpaper and put that up in there just to give it its own little space. So that is the quick walk through our RV. I know that most people, when they see RVs going down the road and they see a big family with a big red 15 passenger van, they're thinking, how in the world do we all fit in there? So maybe this gives you a little inside scoop of how we fit in here, how we do a little bit of life in here with 8 of us, 2 dogs, and a turtle. And so we hope that you've enjoyed just a little peek into our life, to our home, and how this works for us as we find our crazy.
So don't forget to like this video and then subscribe so that you make sure that you don't miss anything. That actually helps us out a lot when you do those two things. And then also, if you missed our last video, just get some context on this one, you can click right down there and get it as well. And don't forget to follow all of our social media outlets. You can go to our website, which is www.findyourcrazy.org, and check out everything there. See you next time.